Welcome to his house. Glad you made it. It goes down a little something, something every now and then. Just never know what to expect. A little this, a little that. Yeah. So glad you made it though. And I do hope you do stick around and come back and see us at any given time. Please comment down below and I will definitely try to interact back with you or respond. Slid over here, but we got to get to the topic at hand. We're here to talk about Sherrie Sheppard and the Sherrie Sheppard show. I've been one of the first people who was kind of like downing it, and not really downing, but I was just not really being supportive because I was like, we're gonna miss Wendy. I don't like how it was all done because for the most part, I was under the impression that her and Wendy were friends. And then she was just filling in, as well as some of the other guests and co-hosts were just filling in for the show until Wendy got well. And very much she could have very well been, And then I started thinking about it. And I wasn't going to even really watch the show. But I was like, I got to watch at least one or two to see how she's doing and get a report. Because I was so, like, against it. And then, Wendy's health has definitely declined. And I was like, just imagine if a friend took over, But in the state that Wendy's currently in, technically, she was not able to perform her job effectively. And most people in their right mind would have jumped at the chance to be a replacement for Wendy Williams. Because when one wins, we all win. I had to sit there and I had to think about that because watching her show today, I watched it. It was her September 21st show. Well, no, I can't say it's September. Yeah, well, that's the one that was on the Sherrie channel. I kind of glimpsed over it. It was with Jennifer Lewis or whatever. And I had to pause it because, to be honest, I'm like this. I'm almost 30 minutes in, even though I did kind of was going to end it sooner. But I'm like this. If you can keep my attention for more than 5 minutes, you in there, okay? So I was impressed because I didn't know how to take it because I looked at some of the, the views. Some of them were low. Some of them were high. I just didn't know what to expect. But watching this show, I just felt a new sense of like, we all win, and it won't do me any good to look at Sherrie and like, be like, okay, well, she's not going to be Wendy. She's not Wendy. And I know I had said in my, my other channel, if she can be herself, then she just might be okay, but she's definitely not going to be a replacement for Wendy. She's not going to be Wendy, and we all know that. And I find that to be some of the realest, because I can spot the real and I can spot the fake, usually, pretty well. And so I knew if she was just going to try to replicate everything Wendy Williams did, I was just going to be grossed out and be disgusted because I can't stand a fake person. But watching her show, I was inspired because I could tell that she was going against all the ridicule, all the shame, all the hate, all the people and the naysayers that were rooting for Wendy. And to be honest, it almost broke my heart. I'm not going to lie, because I at one point or twice, it almost felt like she was fighting back tears, but she kept going. And, we've all been there, especially at one time in our career when we're first starting out. You're at that moment where you're like going to either fall off or you're going to ride the horse and you're going to keep on riding. And I felt like that's what she was doing. And it was so inspiring to watch. And she had a lot of friends coming on giving her support, which I can respect, because when you're going through something, who better to lift you up than your friends? And she had some very strong women, very tough women, just being her backbone. And even I was watching a snippet of Oprah even sent her flowers. So she has so much support. She has so much backing. And when I think about it, I don't think she's meaning any will towards Wendy Williams. I just feel like she saw opportunity that Wendy was not able to fulfill, and who would have turned it down? And like I said, when one wins, we all win, because at the end of the day, she's still a black woman. She's still a mother. She's still a woman that we've seen on television. Comedian to actress. Now she's a talk show host. She's done it all. She's done a lot. So for that, Sherrie, I'm proud of you. You have convinced me that you deserve your spot. Because to be honest, I really didn't watch her too much when she was taking the place of Wendy. Just because, yeah, I was still in my feelings. But at the same time, thankfully, Wendy is feeling better. She's getting help. She's feeling better. So shout out to her. And Wendy can always bounce back, do her own things. One monkey does not stop the show. One hurdle does not stop the race, okay? So I just want everybody to just give Sherrie a chance, because if one wins, we all win. And I'm just glad that she's sticking through, and she's not letting anybody deter her, any naysayers or whatever. Now, I wasn't so much, I mean, I could have been looked at as a naysayer just because I was in my feelings. But I wasn't like saying she was her person. I very much said that, you know, she does her own thing. It could work. And I said, you know, she is a person that has been on talk shows before. So it wasn't like I was really bashing her, but I wasn't very supportive. So for that, that's unfair. That's wrong on my part, because at the end of the day, we have to support each other, especially as black women, and just especially as women in general. And so, just like Oprah, we have the Tamron Hall show. We had Wendy Williams. Now we have Sherrie Sheppard, and we also had Nick Cannon. You know, he's done his thing. So, shout out to her. You know, I know she's going to continue to do well. To be honest, when I was watching the show, it was funny. And I'm a funny person, but everybody don't get my sense of humor. And that's just going to happen. Everybody's not going to understand you. And everybody's not going to flow with you the way you flow with you. But to be honest, I was entertained. I was laughing. And it wasn't fake. I felt like she was just doing her. It was genuine. It was her. Now, a couple times, I was like, what did she say? You know, but at the same time, I felt like she was doing what she does. And I could see her confidence. I could see her resilience. And I couldn't help but fall in love with that and fall in love with her for that. Because at the end of the day, you're going to always have naysayers. You're going to always have people that don't see your vision or don't wish you the best. And I've been dealing with that. Everybody has dealt with that at some point in time. But the fact that you're resilient and you keep moving forward, that's beautiful. And that's what it's all about. Because nobody can determine your destiny but you. Nobody has the final say on what you can do but you. So shout out to Sherrie. Love to see it. And that's just that on that, because at the end of the day, we all are on this journey and race together to prove that we fit in, that we're powerful, and we deserve a spot and brilliant beyond measure and different things that we already know, but to the outside world, they may not know it. And I feel like she's held her position with class. She's herself, and she has the support and backing of a lot of supportive friends. So hopefully people would, you know, join the train and at least give her a chance, because I don't feel like she was really malicious to Wendy. She just saw opportunity, because at the end of the day, baby, you have to realize these bills are not going to pay themselves, so you better work. Like Brittany said, work be work, okay? So you got to do what you got to do by any means necessary, because guess who else is going to do it? Not nobody else, boo. And she got a son to take care of, and, you know, she's single and all this, so she had to do what she had to do. She saw opportunity, she jumped on it, and who going to be mad at that? Okay? Because a lot of people would have turned it down. They're like, oh, no, that's a lot of shoes to fill. I'm not supposed to go and fill Wendy Williams' shoes and this and this and this and this and that. But she took the challenge, and I feel like she's doing it. She's doing it. She's doing it her way, nobody else's way, and I can respect that. And it's still refreshing to see another successful black woman or anybody black on a talk show doing it and making it happen and making big things go down, big things happen. So I'm excited to see what happens for her. I've never been a person, even with Wendy, I'm just not going to watch every single show. But I definitely will be chiming back in. And I definitely give her my seal of approval and okay, because I feel like she has what it takes. She's authentic. She's genuine. She's real. She's strong. She's resilient. She's a strong black woman. And I feel like she deserves it. And if anything else, do you, boo. And shout out to her for rocking on, you know, because that's all you can do. All right. And as long as she keeps that same attitude, that same drive, that same, you know, I don't care what everybody else thinks to me, she's going to be fine. And we all could use as an example, because there's so many times we all want to be like, boo, or question ourselves, or question our identity, or question our thoughts and question our ideas. But at the same time, why? You're brilliant. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're smart. You got this. And she just has to know that. And with her getting in there, ratings and this and that, she'll be fine. Now, it would be great if Wendy can get back on her feet and even, you know, maybe do a guest appearance, and hopefully they'll hash out their differences. But at the same time, I'm sure Wendy probably felt shaded, but it wasn't necessarily from her camp. It was from the people behind the scene. Like, a lot of people were saying that Wendy didn't know, and because Wendy was basically saying, even when Sherrie was announced, that she wasn't going anywhere. So it was a lot of people going and doing shady things behind the scene, and we're thinking, okay, that Sherrie has something to do with it, when it's not. It was Wendy's management, her team, and her people giving her money and stuff. So I feel like she just needs to forgive Sherrie as well. She needs to focus on her healing and do her own thing in her way when she's ready. Or at the same time, she's definitely left a wonderful, amazing legacy, so she can just live her life up the way she chooses to as well. I definitely want to thank y'all so much for sticking around this long. You know I love to hear what you think. How do you feel? Have you seen the new Sherrie show? It's called Sherrie. If you have seen it, what do you think? Stop, comment down below, because I definitely want to hear it. You know, while you're pulling up that comment section, definitely go ahead and hit that like button, because I definitely appreciate it. If you liked any part of what I've had to say, or if you gain anything from it, it's just a form of support, and we all need to support each other. And I'm a firm believer that anytime I find a YouTuber or anybody who has said anything I found and got value from, I learned from, or I appreciate it, I gave them a thumbs up right away. And that's just a form of support, because guess what? We all need support in this here world. Hey y'all, we out. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know you'll vibe. Till next time. It's gonna always be a next time. Stay Lee. You the best. Always come back for the rest. Comment down below, because I want to hear what you have to say.